Hello, Emma here. I'm on the lovely Exmouth beach. I shall show you, hopefully, although my phone's doing this wobbly wobbly thing at the moment. That's not how Exmouth beach should look. It'll settle down in a minute. So this is the lovely Exmouth beach. I've done a bit of work this morning and I've come for a cycle ride, and I thought I'd talk to you lovely lot. And the question today is sugar addictive? Someone asked me this question yesterday and I said, well, sugar's only addictive if you want it to be addictive. And that's it. It's like everything in the nutrition world. It's so much more complicated than just going, yes, it's addictive. Because you know what? Too much sugar we know is not good for us, especially processed sugar. And a lot of the time we really want it. Now I think a lot of it is not so much that sugar in of itself is addictive, it's that we've mentally become addicted to it, or we've mentally got those signals going, oh my god, I want chocolate, or oh my god, I want sugar. So it doesn't have to be addictive. You can change that. You can just have one bit of chocolate or one slice of cake. And I think some of the addictiveness, if you like, of sugar has come from a couple of things. One is definitely advertising, especially like when I was a kid, it would be like pushed because manufacturers want us to eat their product, and they're very clever. They've got multi-million-dollar pound agencies going, oh, how can we make people eat our product? So that's one thing. The other thing is, I do think there's something in our history of dieting. So if you look back in the war and after the war, before we had processed foods, we ate a certain type of diet, and yes, our kind of choices have expanded since then massively. But then on the back of all the consumerism and processed food and all of this, the diet industry started, and initially it's been very focused on low fat. Now when you're going for low fat, you have to replace the fat with something, and a lot of the time that's being replaced with sugar. So now it's coming full circle, and a lot of nutritionists are saying, well, actually, you know what, it's the sugar that's the problem. Let's go back to fat and back to the way we used to eat. Thing is, it's like everything, it's got to be something that's going to work for your body. So, you know, we know processed food, 100%, eating a lot of processed food, because it's calorie dense, so you don't need a lot of it to get a lot of calories in there. They're not necessarily going to have the nutrients that your body needs, and therefore you crave more. You expand the energy quickly and boom, it's gone, you want more. So there's something around that as well. So you know what, it's like everything, it's more complex. Sugar in of itself is not addictive. And so many times I see, things where it's about sort of stopping sugar addiction, and you take out everything to do with sugar. And I think that can work for a week or two. But then it's like, well, how can I eat more sensibly? How can I eat some sugary products and not go completely bananas? Because the more you deprive yourself and say, oh, I'm not going to eat this, the more actually I think it becomes an obsession. The more our brain clicks onto that obsessive path. It's like, I can't have it, I want it. So there's, at the end of the day, it's got to work for you. Now, there's differences in whether you want to change your body and how you want to change your body, whether how overweight you are makes a difference, and what you actually want to achieve in your life. Do you want to go, I'm going full on, I'm going to change my body massively, I've got these massive goals, this is my point, this is what I really want to do. And then you kind of change your focus onto the positive side of how you want to eat and what you're going to eat in a way that works for you. And sure, you know what, sometimes you're going to go out and you're going to have food that's less good for your weight loss or less good for your body change, but that's okay. It just means that you're not going to get the results then and there that you're after. If you then carry on, consistency, even if you're consistent at 80-90%, you will still see the results, and you'll feel much more positive and happy about it, and less of this negative like addiction connotation, less of feeling like you've got to have chocolate, because you know what, you can have sugary things, just less of it. And I know it's real common sense, but somehow we've lost that common sense in all this complexity. So, you know, just think, you know, look at what you're eating and think how you want to eat, and don't deprive yourself, and don't, you know, think about your end goal and your end results, and that'll keep you focused on what you're trying to achieve. Think in a positive way. That's just so cool. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a little insight of the beach again, because we all like a good beach. Here we go. Come on. It's going to turn around. Yay. Oh no, it's done it twice. So here's a lovely beach. Here's a lovely, lovely beach. And if you do want any help with any of this, then just get in touch with me. That's what I'm here for. I can help you. I've got loads of tools in my tool belt that can help you. And I'd love to do it as well. I love all of this stuff. So have a fabulous rest of your day. I'm going to leave you for a moment with the lovely beach, and then I'm going to carry on with my bike ride.